Hi everyone, today we're going to be reviewing the Eureka Flash corded stick vac. We're going to be seeing how well this machine works on a few different tests on carpeting and then a few different tests on hard floors. We're going to see how well the Flash performs, so let's begin. The first test is going to be this fine debris on this rug right here. So let's see how well the Flash works. It did a pretty good job actually, picked up all that fine debris. On this relatively low carpet. Let's see how well it performs on the rest of this rug. As you can see, the Eureka Flash did a pretty darn good job. All that dirt is inside of the dirt bin, so let's move on to the next rug. Alright, so now let's try out on this rug. It did a pretty darn good job there as well. It's doing honestly a pretty good job at picking up all this dirt. As you can see, the Flash did an excellent job on this half of the carpet. Let's move the camera and do the other half. Alright, let's do this half now. It's doing a pretty good job at picking up all this kitty litter. Look at that. It's a single pass and it's getting it basically clean. As you can see, the Eureka Flash did a pretty good job with all of this dirt and debris. It cleaned it up pretty nicely, and here's everything in the bin. Let's move on to hard floors. Alright, so let's see how well the Eureka Flash deals with 3 different types of debris on hard floors. So first, we're going to start off with the biggest debris. Hard floor mode. It's doing an okay job. If you move the head like this, it does force the machine to pick up the debris. But again, it's doing an okay job. Let's try finer debris. Perfectly fine on that, no problem. And the finest debris, again, no problem. As you can see, the Eureka Flash did a pretty darn good job on all of that dirt and got it all inside of its dirt bin. Alright, so that's really all the tests I have for this machine, so let's wrap it up with the conclusion. Alright, so let's wrap this video up with the conclusion and a few cons I have with this vacuum. Number one, probably the biggest con and a problem I have with this machine is the handle. Not the handle itself, it's very comfortable, but the fact that the motor being right here makes the handle so hot I can only hold it for a couple minutes at a time. It gets probably, I don't know how hot, but hot enough to start being uncomfortable after just a couple minutes. Another issue I have is the Cyclone. It's just not that great of a Cyclone. You can see this piece is covered in dust after just a couple uses. And this filter, if I tap it on myself, look at this dirt. Look at all this dirt that was in the filter. You can see it's covered in hair too. If the camera can see this, I'm not sure, but I hope you can see that. It's covered in hair. The second filter is dirty. Inside of here, there's all this dirt. See if I zoom in a lot, if you can see this. Look at all that dirt that's in there. And then the secondary filter has dirt and pieces of stuff on it, like large, heavy bits of kitty litter and stuff in here. So this filter, after just that, is already dirty. Imagine if you use this like every couple days, the filter would become backed up with dirt so fast. Let's check the post motor filter, which is under here. The post motor looks pretty clean, but the other issue I have is the filtration. This, if I can get it out, right here is your only post motor filter. It's literally just a tiny little piece of foam, and it's not going to be capturing anything. The bin is pretty decent, but the Cyclone is just this dirt stuck up there. It's just this little, I don't even know what to call this type of Cyclone, but just a single stage Cyclone. It's not going to be keeping the filters clean at all. As you saw, the filters were really dirty and it just got really nasty. The filter just in a couple uses, because this Cyclone just isn't good enough and it doesn't capture fine material dust or pet hair very well. And I only used it once before this video on just one room, and then one more time up here in this video you just watched. Brush roll also gets tangled with hair really easily. Hopefully you can see this as well. I will zoom in. I'll not zoom in, but move it closer. Look at that brush roll. There's already a whole bunch of hair stuck on this roller, as you can see. So honestly, I would save your money, get something else. This just isn't really that amazing of a vacuum. It picks up well, but the other things, filtration isn't that great, the Cyclone isn't that great, the brush roll isn't that great. There's better vacuums out there. There's the Shark Rocket, which is honestly better than this, in my opinion. This is still a decent vacuum and be fine for an apartment maybe, but if you want decent filtration and anything. But the biggest thing is that handle. It just gets too warm to use for more than a few minutes at a time. So I hope you enjoyed this video with the Eureka Flash corded stick vac. I'll see you next time.